Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the channel Learn and Grow Rich. Thank you for joining us in our journey to self-improvement. In our lesson today, we're embarking on an intriguing exploration, a journey into the world of power dynamics as we delve into the first chapter of the insightful book, 48 Laws of Power. This book, penned by Robert Greene, offers a unique perspective on understanding and navigating power relationships in our lives. Whether it's in your professional field, social relationships, or even personal development, the principles in this book serve as a roadmap to achieving greater success and satisfaction. In essence, it's a guide to becoming more effective and influential in our interactions with others. It's not just about power for power's sake, but about understanding the nuances of human behavior and leveraging that knowledge for personal growth and achievement. So without further ado, let's delve into the first chapter of this remarkable book. Chapter 1 of 48 Laws of Power presents the first law: never outshine the master. A phrase that at first glance may seem to encourage mediocrity, but, my dear listeners, it is far from that. Rather, this law is a strategic guide on how to navigate the intricate world of power dynamics, particularly in relation to those who hold positions of power over us. Let's delve into what this law truly means. Imagine a master and an apprentice. The master, experienced and wise, holds the power and influence. The apprentice, though talented and ambitious, is still learning the ropes. Now, if the apprentice, in a bid to prove his worth, outperforms the master, what do you think would happen? The master, feeling threatened, may react negatively, and the apprentice's career could take an unfortunate nosedive. This, my friends, is the crux of this law. It cautions us against the potential pitfalls of outshining those in positions of power. Now, why is this so important? Well, the world we live in is structured around hierarchies. Whether it's in your job, your family, or your social circles, there's always someone at the top, someone in power. And it's crucial to understand that those in power have a natural desire to maintain their status. So if you pose a threat to their position, you could end up on the receiving end of their backlash. Let's consider a real-life example, shall we? Picture a new employee who enters a company and immediately starts outperforming their boss. At first, it might seem like a good thing. After all, they're simply showcasing their abilities, right? But if the boss starts to feel overshadowed, the situation could quickly turn sour. The boss might feel threatened and could retaliate by stifling the new employee's progress or even terminating their employment. However, this law isn't about stifling your talents or suppressing your abilities. Far from it. It's about understanding the dynamics of power and learning how to use your talents wisely. It's about knowing when to shine and when to let others take the spotlight. It's about being strategic in your actions and understanding that sometimes the best way to advance is by making those above you feel secure. So how can you apply this law in your life? Well, it's not about playing dumb or purposely underperforming. It's about recognizing the power dynamics at play and using them to your advantage. It's about making your superiors feel good about their abilities and ensuring that they feel secure in their positions. By doing so, you're more likely to receive their support and goodwill, which can ultimately lead to your own success. Remember, it's not about suppressing your talents, but about using them wisely. Understanding power dynamics is key to implementing Law 1 effectively. Delving deeper into the world of power, it becomes essential to grasp the concept of power dynamics. Power dynamics, in essence, is the study of power relations and how they influence interactions in both personal and professional settings. It's the invisible force that dictates the chess game of life, governing who makes the moves and who follows. Think of power dynamics as the currents in an ocean. Just as a skilled sailor uses the currents to navigate the vast seas, understanding power dynamics can help you steer through the complexities of life. It's the subtle, often unspoken hierarchy that exists in every social interaction, determining who leads and who follows, who speaks and who listens. In the professional realm, power dynamics can be seen in the relationships between managers and their subordinates, between colleagues, or even between different departments. Recognizing these dynamics can provide valuable insights into career advancement and leadership. For instance, by understanding the power dynamics at play, you can position yourself strategically to gain influence or avoid stepping on the toes of those with more power. In personal relationships, power dynamics can be even more nuanced and complex. They can shape family dynamics, friendships, and romantic relationships. Recognizing these dynamics can help you maintain balance in your relationships and navigate conflicts more effectively. For example, in a friendship, understanding power dynamics can help you avoid overstepping boundaries or becoming overly dependent. Understanding power dynamics is not about manipulating others or seeking control. It's about gaining awareness of the unspoken rules that govern social interactions. It's about reading the room, understanding the stakes, and making informed decisions. Remember, power is neither good nor bad, it's a tool. And like any tool, it can be used to build or destroy. The key is to use it consciously and responsibly. Understand that power dynamics are fluid and can change based on a variety of factors, including context, individual personalities, and cultural norms. It's also crucial to remember that power dynamics are not fixed. They can shift and change over time, and with them, the strategies you need to navigate them. Just as a sailor adjusts their course based on the changing currents and weather conditions, you too must adapt your strategies based on the shifting power dynamics. So, start being observant. Notice who speaks, who listens, who leads, and who follows in different situations. Ask yourself, where does the power lie? Who holds it, and how do they use it? The answers to these questions will give you a clear understanding of the power dynamics at play. Power dynamics are everywhere, and understanding them gives you an edge. It equips you with the knowledge to navigate life's complexities with more confidence and effectiveness. Because remember, in the grand chessboard of life, it's not just about the pieces you have, but also about understanding the game you're playing. Now, what happens when you break Law 1 and outshine the master? Let's explore the risks. When you outshine those in positions of power, you're essentially stepping into the spotlight that was meant for them. This can be seen as a direct challenge, a bold statement that you believe you are better or more deserving of recognition. Now, some might argue that competition is healthy, that it pushes us to be better. But consider the context. In the realm of power, it's not just about who is the best, it's about who holds the reins. Let's consider a hypothetical scenario. Imagine you're working in a company and you're fortunate enough to have a brilliant idea that could potentially revolutionize your department. You bypass your boss and present it directly to the CEO. The idea is a hit, but instead of being rewarded, you find yourself facing resentment from your boss. You've stepped on their toes, undermined their authority, and outshone them in front of their superior. This doesn't bode well for your future in the company. Now let's consider another example, this time in a personal relationship. Suppose you have a friend who is a talented guitar player. They've been the star of every gathering, serenading guests with their skills. One day you decide to show off your own guitar skills, and it turns out you're even better. Suddenly, the dynamic between you and your friend changes. They feel threatened, overshadowed, and this could lead to tension or even the end of your friendship. In both scenarios, the individuals who outshone their masters ended up facing negative consequences. In the workplace, it could be a stalled career or worse, losing your job. In personal relationships, it could mean tension, resentment, or a complete breakdown of the relationship. It's essential to understand that this isn't about suppressing your talents or not striving to be the best. It's about understanding power dynamics and navigating them intelligently. It's about knowing when to shine and when to let others have their moment in the spotlight. In essence, it's about balance. Remember, power isn't just about who is the most talented or the hardest working, it's also about perception. And if you're seen as a threat, you're likely to face resistance. So, before you step into that spotlight, consider the potential consequences. Are you ready to deal with the backlash? Is it worth the risk? Sometimes it may be, but often it's smarter to let the master shine while you bide your time, learning, growing, and waiting for the right moment to make your move. As you can see, outshining the master can lead to undesirable outcomes. Now that we understand Law 1 and its implications, how can we apply this in our lives? Let's dive into the practical application of Law 1, never outshine the master. This law isn't about stifling your talents or abilities. Instead, it's about understanding the power dynamics at play and navigating them wisely. First, understand who your master is. This could be your boss, a mentor, a leader in your community, or even a family member. Recognize their authority and respect it. Remember, you're not trying to undermine them, but rather you're seeking to find a balance where your talents can shine without threatening their position. Second, become indispensable. The more valuable you are, the less likely your master will feel threatened by you. To do this, identify your unique skills and abilities that can contribute positively to the situation. Then focus on honing these skills and showcasing them in a way that supports rather than outshines your master. Third, practice humility. Even if you are more talented or capable in certain areas, it's crucial not to rub this in your master's face. Instead, showcase your abilities subtly and always give credit where it's due. This can often mean acknowledging your master's guidance or influence in your success. Fourth, understand the art of subtlety. It's not about hiding your abilities, but rather presenting them in a way that doesn't threaten those in power. This might mean holding back on certain things or timing your actions carefully to avoid appearing overly ambitious or competitive. Fifth, learn to listen and observe. Understanding your master's strengths, weaknesses, and insecurities can help you navigate the power dynamics more effectively. By being perceptive, you can adapt your actions and reactions to avoid outshining your master inadvertently. Sixth, maintain a positive and supportive attitude. By being a team player and showing genuine appreciation for your master's abilities and achievements, you can create an environment where your talents are seen as an asset rather than a threat. Lastly, remember that this law is not about suppressing your light or potential. It's about understanding how to shine your light in a way that complements, not threatens, the existing power structure. It's about playing the power game wisely and strategically to achieve your goals while maintaining a harmonious relationship with those in power. Remember, the goal is not to dim your light, but to shine it in a way that complements, not overshadows, those around you. So go forth and shine your light wisely. Use your talents and abilities to contribute positively to your environment, always mindful of the power dynamics at play. That's the true essence of Law 1. Never outshine the master. As we wrap up our discussion on the first chapter of 48 Laws of Power, let's revisit the key takeaways. We've traversed an intriguing journey, diving into the intricacies of power dynamics and how they shape our interactions and relationships. We've learned that power is not only about brute force or authoritative positions, but it's also about understanding, adapting, and navigating the subtle undercurrents of influence and control. Our main focus has been on Law 1, never outshine the master. We've explored how this law is not about subservience, but about strategic humility. It's about acknowledging the power structures around us and positioning ourselves in a way that we can learn, grow, and gradually ascend without threatening or undermining those above us. We've also delved into the risks of outshining the master. It's a delicate balance, isn't it? On one side, we have the aspiration to demonstrate our skills and abilities. On the other side, we have the potential pitfalls of outdoing those in positions of authority. The key is not to suppress our talents, but to present them in a way that complements rather than competes with our superiors. Now let's recall the practical application of this law. We've discussed how it can be applied in various scenarios, be it in professional settings, social circles, or even within family dynamics. Remember, it's not about playing small, it's about being smart, strategic, and respectful of the established power dynamics while making our own strides. Have you ever encountered this power dynamic in your life? We would love to hear your experiences. Please leave a comment below. And remember, knowledge is power. We're all on this journey of understanding power dynamics and self-improvement together. If you found this discussion on the first law of power insightful, help us spread the word. A simple click on the like button makes a world of difference. Share this video with your friends, your colleagues, anyone you believe could benefit from the knowledge. Let's create a community of people who learn and grow rich together. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Being a subscriber not only supports the channel, but also ensures you never miss a chapter from the 48 Laws of Power. And for those of you who are always on the go, hit the bell icon. This will notify you every time we release a new video. Thank you for your time. Keep learning, keep growing, and you'll keep getting richer in every way. Until next time, this is Learn and Grow Rich, signing off.